We have a very tight schedule, so let others join. First, I will welcome all the WeAreOne family members. Thank you for joining for the get together. So before we start, I hand over the session to RPA to inaugurate the session.
We'll start with Guru Vandana. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyapam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha Ajnanatimira Andhasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. With the divine blessings of Mahua Babaji, his sister Mataji, Amar Jyoti Ji, Guruji Prem Nirmal, Guruma Bharti Nirmal, and all the masters of Guru Mandala, will start our third rendezvous. Just Babaji's cave, it is our first pilgrimage of our group. And the significance of this, those who have not attended that in person, it is the place where, in the cave near Ranikhet in the Himalayas, in the Uttaranchal, near the town Dwarhat. So there is a cave there, and Babaji called Lahari Mashay there in 1861. And called means there was some past life connections of Lahari Mashay with Babaji, but that particular, the time he put, that time there is a railway of, managed by the British. In the British boss's mind, so he was a railway employee, by the way, Lahari Mashay, Shamacharan Lahiri. And he put his boss's mind, it is possible to install thought in somebody's mind. It is very spiritual domain, particularly from Babaji's thing, is very well possible. So he put his boss's mind that call that fellow from Benares, what we call nowadays Varanasi. From Benares, transferred the guy to Ranikhet. So I think knew some construction railway, something was going on. So he was transferred to Ranikhet, and he was roaming around in the mountains around Ranikhet, and he landed up there, that cave. Then Babaji called him inside, and he given the reminder of previous lifetime, the same place. And along with Babaji, he was his disciple and all those. He said, now I am giving you the Kriya Diksha. In this life, you go and teach people, the householders, that the Kriya. That's how that Kriya Yoga came. And his disciple was Swami Yukteswar Giri, and then his disciple is, it is Paramahansa Yogananda. So he has written autobiography of a yogi, and anyway, so from that it has spread all over the world, and in that sense, in the modern era, Lahari Mashay is the first householder spiritual master. Like he himself was a householder. He had 4 children. Anyway, but after this interaction is over, he got Kriya Diksha, and then we call it psychosuggestion. Like he put another thought in his boss's mind, was a British guy, that he was transferred by mistake, put him back to Benares. So he was again transferred back to Benares. And he did their ashram and all visited during our Benares camp there. His house was there anyway. Anyway, so that is the starting. So what I mean to say, this background I just referred because that is the importance. It is the Babaji's cave where first, in modern era, first householder spiritual guru was initiated. That's why it is a pilgrimage for us. From 1861 till this, so this period of time, so many thousands people visited. I visited there first time with my Guruji, Dr. Premji Nirmal, Guruji Guruma, and 2015 November. And I was meditating there, and then I asked Babaji that up to here, not many people can come up to here because a lot of work has happened. So not many people will able to come here. So allow me to carry 2015 means it is the post Guru Kripa into 2010. So I was having communication with Babaji. So I asked, no, not many people can come, particularly those who may be in the hospitals and all those things. They cannot climb up to this hill. So allow me to, just guide me how I can take this energy to them as your representative. Then Babaji gave me one mantra inside the cave. And that mantra is Om Triguna Tripura Mahavindum Asti. That is the mantra. It was the first time Babaji gave. I didn't hear that mantra before, neither I found anybody using the mantra. That is the mantra Babaji given, so that wherever that mantra will be chanted, that energy of Babaji's cave will be there. So after that, many hundreds of places I have used it, and they used it for healing, used it for invoking Babaji's energy. And when we go into that, like particularly for Babaji's birthday and all those things, I invite that Babaji's cave energy there with this month. So that is the background. So with this now, I will just hand over to the, this organizers to go ahead with the.
Mahua?
Yes.
So
Yes, yes.
again, I welcome you all for the third session. So our main purpose of the get together is, of course, just connecting with each other. So if you can keep your video on, that will be also nice, if it is possible. So we'll be connecting more with the visuals also. We can see your reaction also. So it will be nice. That will be a good this thing. Now, this is the third session of the get together. So we have more or less slightly have some experience in this, how to conduct it. So any camp is all actually very eventful. Lot of things happens. So covering them in a single session is difficult. We try to do that. Lot of important, significant events happened in this camp. This is the place where, as RP has mentioned, Lahiri Moisa was called there, and his life transformed. He was a normal, natural householder, and his life transformed into a spiritual great. So that is the significance of basically, particularly Babaji cave. So before we went to Babaji cave, during this camp, we got a message through RPA, Babaji's message. Tera bulaya aaya hai, zindagi badal jaye. So life transformation, actually, it is the main thing of our Babaji cave camp, and that is connected with as what happened to Lahiri Mosa, his life changed, and that is the same theme, not same. That is the most significance of this camp. As we will share with you Babaji's message and other things. So life transformation is the main message here. And second thing is that जिसका बुलाया आया है वही आया है, and they have been chosen by Babaji for life transformation. So it is a great opportunity, or it's a very big event for the spiritual seekers. Nothing can be bigger than this. So it is a very great event. So that is the basic background of Babaji Cave, Babaji Cave significance, and then we'll cover a lot of details about this cave. That there are many events. I have sub events, we can say. We started our journey from Delhi, and then we reached Dwarhat. Next day we visited Gunabari Temple, YSS Ashram, Mrityunjay Temple. Then next day we visited Babaji Cave, and we did Babaji Aarti and other things in the hotel hall, residence hall. So this is the total event. So now the format of the event actually I hand over to this thing for Mahua to explain the format of this get together.
Thank you, Nirupam. Pranam and good evening to everyone. So as you know, we'll have quite a packed schedule, but let me quickly go through the format. So we are planning to have 5 of our family, WeAreOne family members sharing their life and spiritual journey with us today. I won't disclose the names. Let it be a surprise as we go along. And in between, we will also be getting a chance to revisit our Babaji's Cave pilgrimage memories. So as we go along, we'll do that sharing also. So while you can share some quick comments, but request would be sharing. We have a section in the end just for you to share your in the Babaji's Cave. Okay, so with that, just once again, I'll share that we are having 5 speakers the Babaji's pilgrimage. Can share at any quick comments, please feel free to say whenever you want. So with that, I'm privileged to introduce our first speaker, Joydeep Nag. If you can, that will be great. Okay, so Joydeep
Yes, I'm there in video.
Nag is well. Okay, sure. So it's my privilege and he's a senior from my college. And so he resides in Noida with his wife, who's and their only son completed his MS and is working in the US. Professionally, Negoda has contributed to the power sector in a large way. He is quite an example life-altering event. Okay, a very serious car accident in the year 2012. I think that was a major thing which left him paralyzed. And I'm sure he will talk a lot more experience and learnings and the whole 9 years. However, good thing is in the last 4 years, he has regained mobility. He's back. And especially he's able to resume some of his things he loves to do, like long drives, visiting jungles, wildlife. He loves nature. So really an inspiration for us, Negoda. Over to you.
Thanks, Mahua. Pranam and good evening to all my Guru brothers and sisters. And Pranam Basdik. Uh, Actually, I'm not a very good orator. I'll try to put across my views succinctly, but maybe then some incoherence may be there. So please forgive me for that first. Well, to start with, I will be going into the Babaji's pilgrimage cave experience. I would like to share my spiritual journey, and it starts it starts from 1984. It starts from 1984. I'm starting from 1984 because I met Rajdeep then, that time. We were roommates in our college in Hospital 15. We are in the same room. We are roommates for 1 year. So Rajdeep was that time was a very skinny fellow, and he was a very jovial person, a very good friend, everything okay. And as I seen Rajdeep during that time, he was a very rationalist person. He did believe anything which cannot be proved. He was a scientific minded person. I mean, he even almost bordering on atheist. So he said that anything can be proven, that will only I will believe. So just giving this background because just to let you understand what Rajvik was once upon a time. So since then our journey started, and after that 4 years during this college 4 years we were together definitely. And uh, just let me I have just made some points. Let me go through this. uh, yeah. Then we went after 4 years. We went to different our workplaces, and we are not in touch because that time there was no internet and there was no all that, no WhatsApp and all these things. Then again we reconnected. Then email started and we got reconnected through email, and then there was a group Tarunga Take and all. We got reconnected, but never met physically. We again met physically in 2005 when Rajdeep came to my place in Delhi, where I used to stay. At that time I was in Delhi. He came to my place and stayed there just after his marriage. With his married bride came there, and we stayed. We have partied a lot. He drank a lot. He used to drink that time a lot. And Devu was also there. Devupal, are you there? Or, I don't know if he's there or not. Anyway, Devu was also there. We three are actually roommates in college. So during that time, Rajdeep was just like us, just like normal person like us. And after that, gradually, then we kept on meeting Rajdeep's own party and all these things. Mm, so in 2012, after I met with an accident. I met with a dangerous accident, as Mahua has told. That it was very serious accident, and I was crippled. I was paralyzed. I stayed, and the beds, not even lifting, able to lift myself up on the beds for 2 years, 2 3 years almost. After that, gradually, physiotherapy and all these things, uh, I regained my mobility somehow. But now there was an incident. In 2013, that time Rajdeep, as I came to know later, that Rajdeep got enlightened by that time. In 2013, right, Rajdeep? No, yeah. In 2013, uh, what happened after my accident due to my recurring urine infection and all, I was getting admitted in hospital again and again, and every time I was in serious condition. Sometimes this multiple organ infection, sometimes dengue, and every time I was in ICU for some days. It was going on and on. So once in 2013, Razik came and met me in the hospital. He blessed me that day. He blessed me that day. And then he and Devu, they had discussions on the why this is happening to me again and again. So you'll be surprised to know that that time Rajdeep connected with my mother. Rajdeep connected with my mother, and my mother, he got a message from my mother that uh, that some uh, mm, somebody maybe my parents or somebody one of my parents, they had um, in Tripureshwari temple, right, Razik? In Tripura. in Tripurashri temple, they some manat, they put some manat or something like that, which was not fulfilled, and due to that, I'm having this type of problems. So he arranged to get Chaynika. Chaynika Sinha is also a member of our WhatsApp group. He arranged Chaynika. She is from Tripura
Nego,
to get.
Nego, sorry to interrupt for one.
Yeah,
That time, Mashima was left her body, right? So,
yeah, she was not alive.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that was much after, she left her body. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yes, yes,
exactly
yes,
that.
yes,
So
yes,
that
yes. That is a very important point. I
not
forgot to say.
contact, not going and
Yes, yes,
meeting.
yes. She was my mother passed away in 2000 in 1994. So he got connected with my mother spiritually. I mean, in other dimension, he got connected and got the message that I need to perform a puja in Tripureshwari temple. Somebody on my behalf has to do that. So Chayanika got it done through her contacts in Tripureshwari Mandir in May. And also another thing, he focused that he was staying in that time probably in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, wherever he was. From there, he predicted that there is some there is some barred feather in my house which is causing problem. And we then started, not me, I was not able to do that. My wife and all, they started searching the house for a bird feather. And incidentally, there was peacock feather kept in our house just to repel the lizards. We used to keep the peacock feather. And we found it and we kept it, we then threw it out. After that, there was I recovered. My recovery was very fast, and I never got admitted to the hospital. So these two things, then he it is a miracle, sort of miracle. Ulazib they had done. Then after that, still that time I was not, I mean, following Razib's way because Razib was that time not preaching also. He started preaching much later. So in 2018, uh, in our during our I think uh, college uh, during our college reunion, we had our 2018. It was our 30 years, right? Yes, during our 30 years reunion, he then initiated me. Actually, I was after my since my accident, also before that also, I was searching for something. I knew that I was feeling that I have got some potential. I have inside my every individual, not me. Every individual has got some power inside, has got some tremendous power. But I also felt so, but I was not able to tap how to use it. I was not able to understand how to tap that energy, how to tap that power. But there is some power inside which I was feeling. So I was in searching, groping in the dark. You can say that what to do, how to do, and to whom shall I approach everything. At that time, Razik uh, initiated me, and I became um, a devotee of him. And since then, I started doing Kriya Yoga since 2018. And that time also, this WhatsApp group WeAreOne was formed, and I was one of the founder members of the group. They who started the group, and I joined immediately. Then there was no stopping. I became a devotee of him and started doing. Now, uh, coming to this Babaji's Cape pilgrimage. Before that, I think Rajdeep organized one or two more pilgrimage. One was in Pushkar, and one was in Rameshwaram or something like that. Yeah, which I couldn't join because neither I'm physically fit to join, neither not there was other problems also financial and all. So the Babaji's pilgrimage is my first and the last pilgrimage which I attended till now. So in Babaji's pilgrimage, when it was decided that we'll go to the Babaji's cave to see that, pray there and to do the spiritual activities there, I couldn't stop myself. I said that no, nothing doing. I will be I am going, whatever be the case. Then there was challenges before me because the this cave has to be. I mean, there's almost more than 1 kilometer walk. Uh, Even after going by car up to a certain point. Before that, the car didn't go up to that because Rajdeep went, he went walking all the way. Uh, but after that, they made some road up to nearest to that point. But still, there was a walk, long walk, and uphill climb, and all these things, which was not possible. Which I cannot just do that due to my handicap. So then I expressed that, and the Rajdeep wished, and every the solution immediately. Sombu arranged a dolly for me. Those who have not gone to Babaji's state pilgrimage, just it is information for them. They like Mahua might not be knowing that a dolly was arranged for me. There are four dolly bearers who carried me up the hill up to the Babaji's cave. Uh, so that was the, I mean, everything fell in place like a puzzle. This what do you call that? Um, uh,
Jigsaw
Block
puzzle.
puzzle.
Jigsaw
Yeah,
puzzle.
yeah. Everything fell in place magically, and then in during this pilgrimage, which is Babaji's cave. Uh, what I felt, I used to do Kriya Yoga. I know meditation. I was used to meditation and all. But when I meditated inside the Babaji's cave, uh, I didn't do my inside the cave because there was little space and also people are waiting. I just sat outside the Babaji's cave on a rock. I just sat just outside Babaji's cave, sat there, and I started meditating. And I felt that the meditation which I was experiencing that time, I never experienced such kind of concentration, such kind of tranquility before. So it was a magical experience for me. I felt the places has got something, place has got some vibration, place has got some energy, which is being populated, being populated towards to me. And, many people had many other experiences, like somebody was crying, somebody got emotional. I didn't go through all this, but I must say that I was overwhelmed with the energy field and all. Then also after coming to the Yogoda Ashram, inside Yogoda Ashram also the meditation was very fulfilling. It was beyond my imagination that such kind of concentration is possible. So that was my experience about this spiritual experience. But another thing I must tell that the people, the WhatsApp group members which I met virtually before that in WhatsApp in every day in the Saturdays and the sessions, I met them physically for the first time. Okay, there are many people, many of our classmates were there. I think we are almost 10, 12 classmates were, batchmates were there in the group. I knew them pretty well before that. But the other members of WhatsApp group, we are one group. I met them for the first time, and each and every one was so wonderful, so helpful, so compassionate. I can't describe. I didn't believe that so many people together can be so much helpful, and each and every one can be so good a person. So, this Vani Madam, Lalit Chandra, I'm just naming a few. This Ronita and everybody was there. They were such wonderful, and we enjoyed the company of them throughout the thing. Although I couldn't attend all the things in Babaji's Cave pilgrimage, I only went to the Babaji's Cave. This temple visit and the thing I couldn't go because there's complications of my due to my handicap and all. which is not possible, for me it was not possible to do. So that's it. It was a wonderful experience, and I thank again Shambhu, Rajdeep, and all other organizers who were there for the wonderful experience. Thank you. That's all, Mahua. Over to you.
Thank you, Jaideep. It was very nice listening to you, and you have brought back our memories of Babaji Cave live. So, and the vibration, we can feel the vibration again. Uh, so it's very nice. And first is that utmost respect for your fighting spirit. He is our inspiration. Uh, Jaideep, as we can fondly call him Nego, he is our inspiration for the fighting spirit of life. He is one of the example how to fight the life, the difficult condition. So thank you so much for sharing your memories and sharing your journey. So we'll keep working further. So before we go ahead, let us take a first event of the camp. Let us relive the memories through photos. I'll share the photos. Uh,
Acha, one thing just I would to like to add in
go
this
ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
regarding my this recovery process. I just forgot to mention this that after this since my this Rajdeep uh, Rajdeep regularly sent me healing. Regularly used to send me healing, and I believe that without his healing energy, I couldn't have recovered up to this point. That's just I wanted to thank you, Rajdeep, so much again. So much gratitude.
So our journey started from actually Noida near Delhi through reserved buses, and we traveled around 10 to 12 hours from the first day. In between, we stopped for lunch at one of the hotel. There we had very nice this. So I'll just ask Rupa to explain the. There is one lady. She will explain.
हम लोग जो हेलो हाय हम लोग जब लंच के लिए उतरे थे तो उधर माता जी ने एक लड़की को भेजा था हम लोग को केयरिंग करने के लिए तो विद्या माता जी विद्या और वो मैडम विद्या और अदिति दी गुरुजी ओ मैडम जी मैं इधर.
So we'll go to the next photographs. So this is the another picture with Meenakshi is also there, and Meenakshi and that madam. So this is the bus journey. You can see one of the bus RPA with and others. Then the next one, this is the other bus where we are traveling. There we actually I am distributing some food actually. Rupa will explain.
सोनिका जी हम लोग के लिए नाश्ता बना के घर से लेके आया था दाबेली बहुत टेस्टी था तो हम लोग को नाश्ता किया था उस दिन बहुत अच्छा लगा थैंक यू सोनिका जी.
So this is the group photograph we हम लोग जो रास्ते में जो चाय के लिए रुका था उधर एक photograph लिया है. You can see the full group there. All the people are there. I am not calling all the names. So this is the group photo. One of the group photographers in the pink. So this is another photograph. Meenakshi, his friend, sons. This is another group photograph. Supriya and others. This is on the way. And this is our B college team. We are all most of us from the same batch except Pinky. Pinky is from next batch, and others we are all from the same batch. So this is our B college team. This is another photograph from the bus. So this is another group photo. So that's all. And then just a minute. So that's all for the for the time being. We'll go to the next part of the next speaker. So hand over to Mahua.
Okay. So I'm very happy to introduce a very beautiful soul, Rupa, who's here with us. a very loving lady. So Rupa is a homemaker. She lives in Mumbai with her husband. We know Nirupam Das, who recently retired from BARC, which is good or bad, I don't know. Being home. Anyway, so they have their twin sons, Neil and Akash, who are pursuing PhD in the US. Rupa's spiritual journey started in 2019 when they had a workshop on the scientific approach to spirituality and healing that RPA had conducted in their residence in Mumbai. Thereafter, she has been a very devotional follower. She has grown as a householder spiritual person. And one thing I must say that whenever in every camp, she's someone who will always be there to make sure that Babaji's altar and Arati arrangements are absolutely seamless. So over to you, Rupa.
प्रणाम गुरुजी एंड वी आर वन ग्रुप। तो मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ जी, मैं बोलने का मौका मिला मुझे, गुरुजी ने बोला है मुझे बोलने के लिए, तो मैं एकदम ये आश्चर्य हो गया जो मुझे मतलब मैं इतना स्पिरिचुअल जानने में इतना कुछ मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी मुझे जो ये मौका मिला तो मैं बाबाजी एंड सिस्टर माताजी एंड गुरुजी गुरुमंडल के सबको मैं प्रणाम जनाती हूँ जे मुझे ये मौका देने के लिए। बाबाजी केप में जाने मतलब बाबाजी केप में जब जा रहे थे तो मुझे वो रास्ता बहुत मतलब ट्रेकिंग का रास्ता था, मैं कभी ट्रेकिंग नहीं किया। तो निरुपम ने मुझे छोड़ दिया था जे तुम सुप्रिया दी ये लोग के साथ जी सब ये लोग के साथ चले जाओ, हम इधर हूँ। मैं तो कभी मैं सोच रही हूँ इतना ऊंचा मैं कैसे जाऊँ। तो मैं बोला हाँ विद्या को देख के, तो मैं बोला हाँ विद्या जब है तो मैं ठीक है, मैं वो जा रहे तो सब जा रहे तो मैं उनके साथ एकदम जा रहे थे। हरिओम जी सामने था और रास्ते का, और पीछे जयंतदा भाई सब था, और बीच में सुप्रिया दी बानी हम लोग सब था। तो हरिओम जी जब जय माता दी करते करते और पीछे जयंत भाई सब जो जय माता दी करते करते हम लोग जब कब सिद्धि भवन में पहुंच गया मुझे पता ही नहीं चला। इतना मतलब मैं सोचा अरे मैं इतना दूर आ गया, इतना मतलब डिफिकल्ट रास्ते में चढ़ाई में कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ मेरा, कुछ मतलब एकदम आराम से पहुंच गया। इतना एनर्जी किधर से आया मुझे पता भी नहीं चला। तो उधर जाने के पहले मैं इधर से जाने के सोचा था जब बाबाजी केप में जाने के बाद मैं थोड़ा मिट्टी लेके आएंगे। तो उधर जब कैंप में जब गया तब गुरुजी ने बोला, मैं मिट्टी के लिए पूरा अरेंजमेंट करके रखा था एकदम डब्बा करके एकदम। मैं सोचा अरे इधर मैं पैकेट लेके गया था लेकिन गुरुजी उधर डब्बा लेके एकदम रेडी, एकदम स्पून डब्बा सब लेके रेडी था। तो वो तो मैं बोला अरे मेरा मन का बात तो एकदम क्लियर हो गया, इतना अच्छा लगा। तो जब मैं केप में गया मिट्टी लेके उधर से, गुरुजी जब मैं केप में मिट्टी को चार्जिंग किया और वो लॉकेट गुरुजी जब मुझे डाला, और उधर जाने के बाद मुझे क्या हुआ मालूम नहीं है, इतना मुझे प्यार मिल रहे थे मुझे, मैं मतलब मेरा आंसू किधर से आ रहे थे मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा था जो मैं क्यों रो रही हूँ, क्या हो रहा है मुझे इतना। मैं सोचा मुझे तो कुछ आता नहीं है, बाबा जी क्यों मुझे इतना बुलाया, मैं तो स्पिरिचुअल में कुछ नहीं हूँ। इतना मुझे मतलब इतना प्यार मिल गए थे मुझे, इतना अच्छा लग रहा था मुझे, मतलब बोलने का बात ही नहीं है। उसके बाद मैं जब केप से निकल के चाताल में जब बैठी थी थोड़ा मेडिटेशन कर रही थी, इतना अंदर से गम निकल रहे थे मुझे, मैं इतना रो रही थी मुझे पता नहीं था। और मैं जब उठने को ट्राई कर रही थी कि नहीं, शंभुदा बोला ज्यादा टाइम इधर रुकने को नहीं है, मैं जब भी उठने को ट्राई कर रही हूँ कोई मुझे लग रहा है अरे इधर आए तो थोड़ा तो रुको, बैठो, थोड़ा मेरा पास आए तो थोड़ा बैठो। और मेरा सर के ऊपर से ना एक काला भोमरा घूम रहे थे, तो मैं उठने को ताकत नहीं था, मैं रो रही थी, मैं इतना रोना अंदर का पूरा गम मुझे निकल रहे थे। फिर मैं उसके बाद थोड़ी देर बाद फिर उठा, फिर वो समुद्र को बोला मैं अंदर फिर से जाने को है। जब भी मैं वो बाबा जी उधर बैठते थे, उधर मेडिटेशन करते थे, तो उधर मैं जब अर्ज किया, इतना प्यार का फील हो रहे थे, मतलब बोलने को नहीं है। मैं अभी भी मैं वो फील करती हूँ, वो प्यार का फील इतना बहुत फील हो रही थी मुझे। और जब उधर से हम लोग जब निकल के सिटी भवन में आए थे, आने के बाद गुरुजी जब मेडिटेशन कर रहे थे, मैं वो बोलने को है, गुरुजी जब मेडिटेशन सिटी भवन में बैठ के कर रहे थे, अचानक मेरा आँख खुल गया। मालूम है गुरुजी का ऑरा, इतना ऑरा, मैं सोच रही हूँ कि मैं भगवान देख रही हूँ क्या, इतना ऑरा मतलब गुरुजी का देख रही हूँ मैं, बोलने को ये नहीं है। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, मुझे बाबा जी का केप में मुझे बहुत, अभी भी मैं फील करती हूँ वो प्यार, मुझे बहुत अच्छे से फील करती हूँ। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू रूपा। रूपा को तो मैं थैंक यू जिंदगी को देते रहता हूँ। सो अगेन थैंक यू रूपा। सो ना द पॉइंट आई विल मेक हियर, जो है रूपा का जो जानने के लिए, तो एक्चुअली क्या है, मैं तो स्पिरिचुअल मेडिटेशन वगैरह बहुत दिन से करता हूँ। तो बट जब मैंने WeAreOne में हम लोग जो शुरू किया, तो शुरू में रूपा रहते थे, बट उतना सिंसियर नहीं था, बट उतना ये नहीं था। So it was totally surprised that actually it is a surprise by the Guruji itself, RPA itself, that Rupa ka andar itna spiritual जो भी wealth or जो भी whatever it is, some hidden things are there. So we also don't know, and it is very surprising that how as a householder spirituality we are doing it together, and it is very surprising. Again, even for me also it is very surprising. But it is a wonderful. Again, pranam to all the Babaji, Mataji, and RP, all the Guru Mandala for all the blessings for our journey, also journey. So before we go ahead, I will just show for some photographs, some important photographs. This is the next coming up. So let me share the other photographs.
I think Vani wants to say something. Vani?
Vani, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Pranam. Thank you for organizing this. I just wanted to say something about Rupa, because like every time she's around, it's so much fun, and she takes so much of pictures that we really cherish them for a long time. Thank you for organizing this. Thank you for every speakers.
Thank you. So I will go. Anybody want to give any other comment? So then otherwise I will go ahead to the next part, that is our visit of Donugari temple, Mataji temple. So I will go ahead with that. So this is one of the group photograph that we have taken near the temple. So this is one of the photographs. In this is another photograph when हम लोग जब ऊपर चढ़ रहे थे, तब दोनों टेम्पल में जो 365 स्टेप्स था, और उसका बाजू में भी रास्ता था नेचर का, अंदर से हम जा रहे थे, बीच में थोड़ा रेस्ट ले रहे हैं। ये फोटो हम लोग दोनों टेम्पल का बाद हमने लिया था, विजिट का बाद। ये जो है विद्या एंड उमा जी मंदिर का सामने, मंदिर पीछे दिख रहा है। एंड ये और एक ग्रुप फोटो जो हम लोग जस्ट मंदिर के बाहर लिया है। वी आर ऑल इन ग्रेट मूड, वेरी सेटिस्फाइड, वेरी एंजॉयड थॉरली, वेरी फ्रेश। एंड दिस इज द, ये जो ट्री है ये तपोस्थली है, महावत बाबाजी जहाँ पे बैठ के ध्यान करते थे। एंड ये जो पेड़ है ये एक्चुअली एक वेरी स्पेशल ट्री है, जिसका थ्रू उन्होंने सबके साथ पूरा ऑल जोगीज जो है इंडिया का, वर्ल्ड का, सबके साथ कनेक्शन रखते थे। दैट इज ये ट्री है, वेरी महत्वपूर्ण ट्री है, स्पिरिचुअली सिग्निफिकेंट। तो यार हम लोग उसको प्रणाम जना रहे थे, हाथ कर रहे थे। ये विद्या दिख रहा है हाथ करते हुए उस पोथी को। हम लोग ये लंच किया था उधर ही मंदिर में आफ्टर आवर विजिट। सो दिस इज दैट उसका इधर जो है एक ट्री दिख रहा है। सो दिस इज दैट पर्टिकुलर वेरी होली प्लेस जहाँ पे बाबा जी बैठ के ध्यान करते थे एंड सबके साथ कम्युनिकेशन करते थे। सो दिस इज अनदर थिंग। सो नाउ another photo, ये मीनाक्षी का other photo before the temple. This is another good photo there. ये तपस्थली का फोटो है और ये ट्री एंड तपस्थली। जस्ट मिनट है। ये लिखा है कि इधर जो है दूरागढ़ टेम्पल का जो मंदिर चित्र 1008 महापति बाबा जी तपस्थली। तो दैट इज द तपस्थली। एंड देन अनदर ये विद्या जो है एक्चुअली आरपीए का लाडली सिस्टर है। तो उधर बैठ के फोटो ली ना अर्लियर लाइफ, नॉट इन दिस लाइफ, अर्लियर लाइफ है। तो हम देख रहे हैं कि प्यार से प्यारा सा फोटो इधर। ये हम लोग जो विजिट टेम्पल विजिट के बाद जो नीचे आए थे जहाँ पे चाय पी रहे थे हम लोग, एक ग्रुप फोटो गोइंग विद द जॉय एंड द satisfaction you can see there in the faces. So this is the photographs and there is a few video also. I'll just share the video also, just a minute. Very interesting visuals are there. And then before that I will say some more photo on the video meditation in the Junagadh temple. Let me share, that is the interesting photo there where we did that this is the meditation place just outside the temple and we had a very nice meditation there. So I will go through them. These are they're all sitting there and eating deeply. You can see them. So this is the photo of there. And then there is another some videos are there, very interesting video. I'll just show them, you can enjoy them. So so ये जो रास्ते में, जो बाहर के रास्ते में हम लोग एक करके जा रहा है, जस्ट लेट मी रिप्ले इट। शॉर्ट वीडियो हम जो जा रहे थे। So then the next video, I'll just go to the next video. हम लोग देख रहे हैं आरपी जा रहा है, इंद्रवीर जा रहा है, ललितेंद्र और पीछे से और भी लोग आ रहा है, हम लोग सब एंजॉय कर रहा है जय माता जी बोल के। तो जो लोग अभी इधर जो लोग गए नहीं है उन लोगों को भी एक ग्लिम्स मिल गया, हम लोग कैसे हम लोग उधर चल रहे थे, कितना एनर्जेटिक थे, आप सब लोग को देख सकते हैं। अदिति, so that's all for the time being. So we go to the next person. So we'll now hand over to Mahua for the next speaker.
Yes, sure. No, this is so nice. So our next speaker is someone who's always there to help with a smile. Any guesses? Lalitendra. So Lalitendra is actually someone who's by profession contributing in the area of law. He's a fellow seeker and he got initiated by Guruji in the year 2021 into Kriya Prem Nirmal Kriya Yoga. And he is a dedicated member of our WeAreOne family. I think everyone knows him. So over to you, Lalit.
Thank you. Thank you for this. I don't know how to start, but first of all, I say my pranams to Guruji, to Babaji, Mataji. I hope what I say is apt for this. Now, my journey in spirituality started very early in life, majorly because of the family, the kind of family that I was born in. My mother was quite spiritual. My nani, all were quite spiritual. Um, but it was kind of something which did, since it was not coming from my own internal efforts, perhaps in the later part today, I feel that the understanding was quite limited, and which very often led to cases wherein I would experience some days, on some occasions, uh, uh, heightened levels of spirituality, but then there would be days when I would be totally, outside the path. Uh, Meeting Guruji has cemented my understanding with respect to how to what is the path and how should we go about it. And uh, there are I was initiated in Nirmal Kriya in 2021, and since then there have been umpteen miracles that I have witnessed in my life. uh, I was in a very low space when I was in a very bad mental space when I got initiated. Uh, and I can, if I just look back into that development that has happened over the course of time, how my situation has improved on all aspects of life, whether it is financial, whether it is career, whether it is relationships. It's just phenomenal. I think the members of the family would themselves say that the kind of transformation that has happened is just uh, nobody could have imagined. Speaking about the Babaji's cave pilgrimage that we had, I think it was uh, r- the miracle started happening right from the first pilgrimage only. I still very clearly remember I had just started my practice and we were in Kashi. It was, I understand that on the last day when we were about to, the next day we were supposed to end the pilgrimage. Just the night before, a miracle happened that I got a contract for one of the most billable clients that we have today, and it was just purely miracle. Somebody randomly reached out to me. He said that can you provide us services? I said yes, and that brought in a lot of stability in my professional career. And it was just randomly. He had no connection with me. I don't know how he came to know about me. It's just purely random. Babaji's cave pilgrimage was something way more special. When right before that, I very vividly remember my father was going through a bad health condition, and he had suffered his third cardiac arrest, which was quite a massive one. And he was admitted to the hospital, and we all thought that we all were quite uh, unsure whether he'll survive that or not. The doctors said that it will take at least 1 month. For 1 month at least, he will be on purely ventilator. After that, we'll see whether whether we can provide him any treatment. And Harimamu had spoken to Guruji to channel healing. And I very clearly remember on the seventh day, he was up. He was up. I This is nothing short of a miracle. And it was just few days before our pilgrimage was supposed to start. And this was something which was very this was just one of the miracles before that happened right before the starting of this pilgrimage. Another miracle was that, so I'm basically a tax lawyer, and in the field of tax there are people who are usually, the judges are also quite corrupt. Now, interestingly, I had a hearing. I had represented a matter for Ballarpur, uh, and we had a very tough situation because the judge was not passing the order only. Interestingly, it was right before the pilgrimage started, and we were quite, and I had so much of uh, faith that I'll try to stay on the right side of the life, and whether it costs me a client or not, I'll just try to have that unwavered. I'll unwaveredly follow that path, and it took almost an year for the judge to pass the order that he had dictated in the open court, which never happens. He took almost an entire year, and he passed that decision right before the pilgrimage started. And when the pilgrimage started, the entire pilgrimage session, the entire pilgrimage was filled with so many miracles. For example, when there was we had gone to YSS to meditate. We entered, and it started. That's what my memory serves. If my memory serves me right, it started raining, and it rained only during that time period till the time we were meditating. The moment we got up, it had stopped raining by that time, and it was good. There was sunshine. Uh, and another thing that happened during the Babaji's pilgrimage was that uh, during the uh, during the Babaji's cave visit, Guruji gave me a spiritual name. Uh, so I was kind of, I don't have words to express how I felt when that happened, and I'm definitely way short of words for that. But the kind of transformation Kriya Yoga today has brought into my life, uh, it was, as Guruji says, sometimes we approach spirituality when we feel exhaustion in everything, when nothing is working out. And I think similar was my case. My health was not working out. I had started seeing some health conditions. My work was definitely not working out, and this was despite the fact that at least I used to consider myself good at what I used to do. Uh, then relationships were not working out, and somehow today I feel the grace that you receive, that one receives, it just entirely shifts everything. One more thing that I wanted to share, perhaps it is pertaining not to Babaji's cave pilgrimage, but with respect to the recent pilgrimage that we had. On the in this pilgrimage, on the last day, I had a hearing before the Supreme Court, and so I had to cut short one day and leave for that hearing. Now, interestingly, I was not able to find any driver who would take me at night to the airport. I had to immediately book the flight tickets, and somehow, but I was not able to find a driver who could take me to that place. And everybody said no because it's monsoon season. Interestingly, there was somebody who knew somebody who agreed to take me at 4 o'clock in the morning. And now we thought that it's at least a 2 hour journey, and I don't know how it happened. He completed that journey in half an hour. He was driving fast but very responsibly. I could see the way he took all the turns. He took it very responsibly, but definitely he was driving way fast than what I would deem normal. My flight landed half an hour early. Had it not landed half an hour early, I would have missed my hearing. It landed half an hour early. I appeared for hearing. My staff, office staff, helped me with the clothes, but somehow we just couldn't find a coat. I appeared in the Supreme Court without a coat, covering myself with the gown. The hearing started, and it was a very important issue. Legally, we were on the right. We were on the right side of the law, and thankfully, the Chandigarh High Court had given us the favorable ruling, and the tax department had appealed before the Supreme Court. And when the opposite side started with their appeal, the judge, on immediate after taking note of the arguments, he could find flaws in the opposite side's arguments and granted the entire ruling in our favor. So, Madhur, that was so I can't understand how I was able to attend that hearing, and we got the entire verdict in our favor in a jiffy, and we had a very memorable day that day. So, Madhur, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lalitendra. It was very nice listening to you. So first thing is that I will just read out his name actually. His spiritual name is Rishi Jnana Bhakti Shamarpan. He received the spiritual name in the Babaji Cave Temple. 3% got the name. Lalitendra, Indolin, and Hariomji. So it was again they are getting 2% from the same family, Hariom and Lalitendra, on the same day by dating Rishi Upadhi from Babaji. These are all given by Babaji, which is a very big responsibility, very big honor, very big milestone, whatever you say. So that way, and Lalitendra at that young age, he might be, I think, around 30s. So it is so great award. It is so nice to look at these young people are coming to spirituality and making such a wonderful progress. And his commentary shows that how being spiritually active helps in material life also. So that is a point. So the spirituality is not about this. How should the spirituality is not about spiritual growth. Of course, it is about spiritual growth, but our material growth is not sidelined or only complementing that. So it was great. Lalitendra, as such, he is a very, very dedicated member and doing all the recordings and other things and Guru Garja. So in every respect, it is great listening to Lalitendra. So nice, thank you, Lalitendra. So we'll go to the next part. That is the photo sharing part. Now I'll share the photo of the first. Next is after Donagadh temple we have visited. This is the YSS ashram. So we have few photographs. I'll just show that. Just a minute. Just give me one moment. So this is the Jagada Satsang Saka Ashram that is there in the Dwar Hut. This is specially established because Babaji cave is there. So Jagada Satsang Society has established this ashram, very nicely maintained. So this is the place where this is the overview of the temple of the ashram. This is another photo with RPA and Chaitali and Utsambhu. Another photo of RPA there. So this is one of the very nice quote here. He is the nearest of the near and dearest of the dear. Love him as misers loves money. As the ardent man loves his sweetheart. As a drowning man loves the breath. When you yearn for God with intensity, he will come to you. It is such a nice quote. So I thought to share it here also. So this is another photo of the group. That's all about the YSS ashram. Then another photo I'll show here. That is our just a minute. That is the Mrityunjay temple. That part also I'll show because this is a very nice photographs are there. Just one moment. So this is the Mrityunjay temple. So actually, it was not initially in our list of the places we visited, but afterwards we included. It is a very old temple, a very ancient temple. And when Sondu visited this temple before the preparatory state, he visited Dwara previous occasion, and he find the place, vibration of the place very nice. So it was very high spiritual energy was there. He felt that, and then he suggested and RP selected that we visit. So Mrityunjay temple actually is a very significant temple. It is with the theme of that our life transformation. Theme of our camp was life transformation, and Mrityunjay means winning the death, winning over the death. तो एक्चुअली क्या है इधर जो है हम लोग लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है कि हम लोग जो पुराना जो अपना जिंदगी था वो जा रहा है, हम लोग नया हाई लेवल हाई एनर्जी स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ पे आप एंटर कर रहा है. And the day we visited, that was a very special day. There was for solar eclipse was there. That's in some other countries it was visible. And actually युग परिवर्तन का actually दिन था. उस दिन जो है हम लोग पुराना चीज जो अभी जाने वाले हैं वो जाके नया चीज आने वाले थे. तो Mrityunjay का वही significance था. So it was very significant and we really enjoyed it. I just saw some more photos there. This is that lingo inside there. There we did the पानी चढ़ाना है वो हमने किया, उधर पूजा किया. तो ये और फोटोज है उसका. ये जो है टेम्पल का बाहर से एक फोटो है. Then I will go to the next part of the photo. This is a nice moment. Actually, we met Shiva there. एक छोटा बच्चा सा इनोसेंट बच्चा था. तो उधर का उसका फोटो दिख रहा है आरपीए के साथ. That was very nice moment, very fond moment for us. Then this is the पूजा हो रहा है. वो पानी चढ़ाना जो पूजा है शिवलिंग पे हम लोग दे रहा है. पहले आरपीए दे रहा है, बाद में अभी कलसी दे रहा है. सब लोग दिया हम लोग. Surprisingly, that fellow was there and he was assisting us. हम लोग को पानी दिया पूरा हम लोग का सेटिस्फेक्शन में. इसके बाद जो हम लोग मंदिर में एक एक करके प्रवेश कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बाहर खड़े हैं इधर जस्ट इनसाइड द टेम्पल. ये हम लोग जो आफ्टर द हम लोग पूजा करने के बाद हम उधर बैठे थे. जो टेम्पल का सिग्निफिकेंस के बारे में हम लोग आरती बता रहे थे, मेडिटेशन कर रहे थे हम लोग उधर. एंड ये इनसाइड द टेम्पल है. So there are some good for videos there. So these are very nice videos. So I'll show it here. One more video is there. Just let me show it quickly. So that is before we go ahead with our next part, I'll just share one more important thing about the Mrityunjay temple, particularly for me and Rupa. It was having हम लोग जाने से पहले कैंप से जाने से पहले 2-3 दिन से वो ड्रीम देख रहे थे कि मेरा डेथ हो रहा है, एंड शी वाज वेरी ओडिड एक्चुअली. बहुत ही उनको मैं बोला कि ऐसे बकवास मत करो तुम, ऐसे थोड़ा ही ऐसे कुछ है, कुछ नहीं है, आरबीआई के साथ हम जा रहे हैं, तुम इतना डर क्यों रहा है. तो बाद में जब मृत्युंजय टेम्पल गया तो सब कुछ हो गया. बाद में रूपा बोला कि मेरा ये सपना आ रहा था, लेकिन जब आरपीआई ने बताया था तो हम लोग आरपीआई से शेयर किया, तो आरपीआई बोला है तुमने बहुत सही देखा है, हमारा फीलिंग करेक्ट था. एक्चुअली निरुपम का जो है ओल्ड जो सेल्फ है वो गया, नया सेल्फ आया है. So that was the significance. So it was very great actually this to listen such things. So we are connected to Mrityunjay temple, and actually so that was very nice to share with you. So we'll go to the next part. I will hand over to Mahua to welcome the.
So Nirupam, the locket will come later because
Locket will come in the Babaji cave.
Okay, sure. Okay, so our next speaker is Indranil Datto. I'm very happy to welcome him. So Indranil Das spent quite a large part of his childhood and education in Kolkata, and thereafter he went to many places on work. He mentioned for wealth. Anyway, he works in the very unique industry, the fragrance and flavor industry, and he's basically, he works in the area of business strategy and marketing. He's married to Pubali, who's a classical dancer by profession, and he has a lovely daughter who's a designer, Elena. And along with his mother, they are settled in Mumbai. Though Indranil is based out of Bangalore right now. He loves to travel and specifically in trains, and he loves astrology and nature. So over to you, Indranil, to share your spiritual journey. And it's a very interesting spiritual journey.
Just before Indranil starts, I'll just share his spiritual name actually.
Okay.
Let's share his spiritual name. His name is Rishi Alokananda Saraswati. We will welcome Rishi Alokananda Saraswati for a few words to share his spiritual journey.
Thank you so much, Mahua, for your kind introduction, and thank you also, Nirupam. I'm also grateful that this platform has been initiated, and I'm humbled by everyone. All the sayings, people who join and share their experiences, and the fact that you had originally conceived this and it's being taken forward. So, Shashtang Pranam to RPG, Babaji, and Mahata Babaji and Mataji. And I start with a complete surrender. I realize that also I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to speak, but I also realize that how much ever you speak, it will be inadequate. It will not reflect the actual experience, So I'm deeply humbled by that. And pranam to everyone. To start with, I must express a deep sense of gratitude to Nego, as we call him. So Nego is a friend of mine from school. And then he went on to, study his engineering in the B College group, of which many are members here. And I fondly say that you all are on the other side of the Ganges, and I studied on this side of the Ganges, actually from a different university, but in Calcutta itself. So we are like very closely bonded. And it is through Nego only, by chance and some kind of a conversation, it must be divine actually, that I came to know about RPAG, And I think it was all about, if I recall correctly, that I think his daughter Turiya is capable of, being blindfolded but see colors or something like that, that Nego had described. And then I said that, I thought to myself that that must be something that I really need to know more about, and I need to connect then, therefore, with this, the great soul, our master, basically. So, Nego, thank you very much for introducing to this wonderful platform and group, and that's how the journey also started in many ways. So, although, I mean, the childhood in Calcutta and all of that, has been very kind of, rightly described, and I also kind of refer back to those days. But to be very honest, my childhood was quite checkered, so the way I express it is I had the experience of light through the sun, like a warm early morning sun, but sometimes a scorching heat also from the same sun. I had the experiences of the moon also through the light, and sometimes the lack of both, which we probably refer to as, the lack of light, so to say. And it must have been all divine. So through all of that, I had the blessing of hope, success, and all of that, but also resilience. So that's kind of my early part of my life. And like Mahua rightly said, that after some time, I kind of set out to explore the world, worked in different locations. I think my first kind of chance connect with spirituality, I was living in Mumbai in those days in 2005. And the then direct mentor was a member of Chinmaya Mission. So he happened to take me there. We had a conference somewhere very close, just, near that, the mandir, the Shiv mandir that they have, the mission. And then while going back, he said that, wait, I'll just go up and come down, So I said that, okay, maybe I'll just follow you as well. So that's the first time I went to this place called Chinmaya Mission in Mumbai. And that's their headquarters, actually. And then gradually, I kind of started getting connected with a few people there. And I started reading books. So Swami Chinmayananda has written a lot of books, basically about Bhagavad Gita. And that's what I started reading, We had a few classes, and we sort of started asking questions about ourselves. And that's the first time I think I learned that you could ask a question and you can think of this whole thing about who you are, who am I? But then I think it's all pre-planned, and then I moved on. I was not living in Mumbai. I was in different locations. And then the connection kind of weakened. And I did not really have a guide, so to say, in Chinmaya Mission, in spite of, being connected with many people and in my own way, sort of trying to further this. So the way I always describe this is you go 3 steps forward and then you come back 2 steps, or sometimes even 4 steps, So it was always like that, coming and going and coming and going. And it was all unguided. So, so it went on like that. And then at some point in time, I thought that I need to be guided, actually. I need to remain at the path, And that's when this blessing happened, I think sometime in 2021. And then finally I connected with RPAG on 2022, January. And he initiated me in January. And in those days, if you recall, it was all COVID and then there was no opportunity to meet and it was all just online. But very soon, in 2022 March in Jaipur, I had my first opportunity for a camp in Jaipur. And we went to Pushkar from there. So that first meeting was very, very defining. And I can never forget, actually. I obviously had few sessions with him before. I got to know what is Kriya and I started practicing those. But that was the first time I knew that on that day, middle of the day, sometime around noontime, I would meet him. And I was kind of trying to think how it will all go about, what will happen really. And then I went there. He came into the hotel and I saw him. And I realized that I would be surrendering to this great master, So from my inner kind of, guidance or whatever feel, I realized that I needed to prostrate to this master actually. So that's how it started, It started from Jaipur, then we went to Bokhali, I think the same year, if I'm not mistaken, I think so. And then next year it was Varanasi, then it was Dwarahat, which we are talking so much in detail. Then Pondicherry, Indore, Kamakka, and Rishikesh. I'm also very, very fortunate and blessed that I have been able to join, I think, each of the camps thereafter, from Bokhali onwards, from Jaipur onwards, actually. And through this entire journey, I am actually so fortunate and so touched and so blessed to have met this family. I think each of my brothers and sisters here are truly beautiful souls like flowers. And I very humbly get to learn something from each of you here. And I'm really deeply, deeply, grateful for that. On to Dwarahat. So, before I think sometime in 2022, around September or October, I met a friend in Chennai, and then we were generally discussing about this. And then somehow we were discussing Dwarahat, and he said that he knew someone, a couple who were part of YSS there. And if I wanted to go there, I had read about this place, and I knew that there's a cave and where the initiation of Lahiri Masha had happened. And I wanted to visit there. So I asked this gentleman, who was a friend of mine, and he gave these references. He said that if you wanted to go ever, then you can contact this couple, they can help you go there. But you see, it never happened really in that sense, And when it had to happen, it happened basically in 2024. So Dwarahat was, to me, one of the most defining and transformative journey, to be very honest. I have very strong memories, and it really changed many things that I would have, valued before. I would have treasured, or I would have thought that, these things are things that I will pursue, in my life going forward. So even before the start, I kind of felt that there will be some enormous possibility that will unfold, in Dwarahat, basically. So I was very expectant in some ways. And like Lalitandra also said, that this journey was full of miracles, actually, right from the day you started, every step that you took. So something was happening that you wouldn't expect, and it would change things. So I think Mataji's temple, when we went and we were all in silent prayers and meditation and all of that, and then we came down, and that is the first time, I think there's a small box, and I've taken a photograph of that is considered as Babaji's feet, and I have that actually, So whenever I cannot really prostrate physically, and I feel the need to prostrate physically, then I see that photograph, And I wanted to do the same thing about RPG, but he kind of, I think he sort of, he doesn't really encourage to do that. So, but then it's symbolic and it's inside, So that was, I believe, the first day at Dwarahat, and the second day was the climb. So we were all at the base, and then we were together, and then we were climbing step by step. And the environment was so beautiful, actually. It was kind of serene. You were in the state of equanimity throughout. But you were still aware, actually, because all our friends were there. And hallmark of resilience was Nego, of course, Joydeep. And I stayed with him the night before. So again, thank you, Nego, to open your home for the night before. And then we were together, but he kind of, with a special arrangement, he climbed. But Vidya also, So Vidya, I think initially the plan was that she will also take help and take that career and, go up. But then I think she had the message and I think advice and recommendation from RPAG and Babaji, and then she decided to actually climb with the help, And then I realized, and I don't know, I mean, those of us who remember the climb actually, there was one part, they were having a construction there, and they were trying to rebuild that part, and it was extremely narrow, With difficulty, one person would go. And if the other person was coming from the other side, then you had to actually stop and then wait. And then, to this day, to my utter sort of, how to say this, wonder, I really wonder, how Vidya kind of negotiated that terrain. Of course, people were helping her. She had a group of people who are from, I think, Bangalore, and they were always with her. And then we went to the base of the camp, which is the YSS. And it was really beautiful, It was truly idyllic. And you didn't have to think of anything. We were waiting our turn. RPAJ was calling people one by one. And then finally my turn came. I went up. I think when I went up, I thought something will happen inside. And we also knew, the three of us knew that there will be a naming kind of process where blessing will happen. So I went inside the cave and RPG was there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he uttered this mantra also, the Triguna Tripura Mavandamasti, and then he touched here my forehead. And then I think he advised me to utter my spiritual name there, touching something there, maybe maybe a piece of rock or something that is symbolic to Babaji's presence there. And I did that. And after that, everything changed, actually. Truly changed, And then I very gradually, he blessed fully. And then he kind of advised me to gradually come out. So I came out and I was sitting there. And then if you remember, those who went with us, so the cave came out like that. And then on the right-hand side, you had a small slab where people could just sit. So I just sat there, and I was having a sense of wonder, joy, but all the same time, I was kind of stalled at that moment, and tears were flowing. I started crying actually, and it must be the kind of tear of joy and devotion, and so I was sitting there, and I think I sat there for quite a long time, in fact. And Lalitendra was also there. I think they were coordinating Ganesh, Lalitendra, Chandhanif, they were there actually. So we were probably one of the last ones to come down. And the coming down was truly wonderful, that was the time I realized that there can be experiences where you don't need to think of anything and the world can be one. And I came down and then we landed at that landing again of ISS. And that was the first time, if there was an experience of Advaitam, it was like that, So I was there, I was aware, everything was happening. And I was at the same time experiencing that all these things come from the same source. And I remember there was a family who were from Middle East, I think Abu Dhabi or Dubai somewhere, and then they were trying to introduce themselves to RPAG, and then we were kind of connecting with them. So that, the birds, the trees, and everything else, and myself, it was my first experience, So you read books about all of this, right? You read about, the oneness and the Advaitam. You say that there is pure consciousness, and it kind of expresses itself into various forms and names and all of that. And that eventually goes to, but that was an experience, and it was very different. As RPG always says that, reading, knowledge through reading and knowledge through experience. And he was trying to, he was explaining that yesterday also through the bodies, the knowledge body and all of that. And so I'm deeply grateful, I think there's no need to kind of talk so much anymore. And then we came down, and while coming down again, and I was actually very close to Vidya's group only, that entire group, and then we kind of came down together. It was very nice. It was a very different experience that I felt initiated the transformation in me. And I always feel that it is like, breaking you off completely, like deconstruction completely, and then putting it back one by one, reconstruction. So that's the transformation, I mean, there were many things that were there that went away. And I'm not saying that, they also come back sometimes. And as RPG always rightly guides us, that it has to be through sadhana, and it has to be through prolonged and sustained meditation. And that only through that you can go ahead. The night also that day was very, very, meaningful. So we were all there sitting together, and we were trying to, kind of narrate our experiences. And I think everybody was so kind of inspired, authentic, and so true and so beautiful that it actually created a lot of original boundless joy in that whole journey, and especially the night. When we were, narrating one by one, it was deep into the night, I think till 2 o'clock, all of that. And we had our dinner, and after that we were doing all of that. So I think that was the Dwarahat experience that it is in me, I mean, all camps are there in me, of course, but I'll be very honest that Dwarahat was very special for me. I think broadly that's what I wanted to kind of express, And of course, for all the camps, there is something or the other that is very, very unique. In Rishikesh, for instance, I learned from him that relationships are meaningful when you only give. And that really struck me, and I think, Mahua, your daughter was asking these questions, and then we were having a very detailed kind of conversation, and I had a few questions there also. But it is only a wonderful blessing that, you get these insights and kind of carry yourself as a much better human being also, as a householder, And that is changing something, to be very honest, in the dynamics and everything else within the family and the extended family and all of that, This is no short of blessing. And wonderful blessing, so to say. And of course, Hariomji, like I said, that, I learn from everyone. So Hariomji has been a wonderful partner in this journey. And, in Bokkali, we had the privilege of like sitting next to each other and the whole 3-hour journey while going. So we had the chance to have a heart-to-heart talk, and we kind of understood each other. And in the camps that he doesn't come, I do wish that, his songs and his shairi and his devotional element and his inspiration. So if that was there, would have been great. Yeah, so I think more or less that's about it. And I once again surrender and offer my Sashtang Pranam and pray that I remain in this path in the same manner, surrendered and humbled at your feet, RPAG, and Mahavatar, Babaji, and Mataji's feet. And everyone, I remain grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Indroli. So this is Rishi Alagam. So great. Just let me. So it was a very nice listening to you, Indroli. Actually, I was thinking that really we have started this program. Otherwise, we would not have known your experience. It is such a spiritually significant experience. This is an opportunity for us to know your experience. It is a great experience, no doubt about it. The kind of experience we had, spiritual experience, Advaita experience. It is so nice that we arranged and we came to know you about you more. So another aspect of Indolji is that he's a good astrologer also, and we had a very nice incident there. Not nice, some miraculous incident that he lost some, I think, stones, precious stones on the way, and then he remembered that and he hired a taxi and he went back to the hotel. We took the tea. And luckily or miraculously वो स्टोन फिर से मिल भी गया, ये वापस आ गए, तो वो भी एक मिरेकल था. हम तो सोचे भी नहीं थे कि वो स्टोन मिल सकता है. आप सोचो ऐसे भी वो जो स्टोन गिर गया कहीं पे, उधर चाय पीने गए थे और उधर वो उठा के रखा था, मिल भी गया. जस्ट लाइक वो मोबाइल मिल गया था, इधर स्टोन भी मिल गया. This start happening, keep on happening in our camps.
You're absolutely right, and that experience taught me a lot of things also, So, like I prayed very intensely and how to deal with such situations where you have something and then you have expectation also, but then you have to surrender at some point in time, right?
Yeah.
And while coming back, we sighted a leopard also on the way, on the lighter vein.
Okay. So we'll go to the next session, that is our photo sharing on the Babaji cave actually. So I will start with some photos here. First, our journey to the cave. So that is a very nice journey to Babaji cave. You can see their photo. That is the way the Oriamji is going. So this is the other part of the journey. Lalitendra, Hanif, Devu. So you can see the beautiful rhododendron trees and flowers. It was blooming that time to welcome us. Then Vidya and others. The beautiful scenery there. Then the Shambhu with the flowers. And the journey continues. Some we are taking rest during the journey. So it was actually some walk over the hill, as you remember. So we are taking rest in between. So these are some memorable photos that we had very nice moments there. We are sharing here. And this is the end of at the end of it, we are taking tea. This is another photo there. So these are some photos there. And then we will go to the cave. So I will go to the cave portion now. There are very beautiful photos there also. So this is the one of the photo there. Just a minute. So this is the cave and we are meditating there. Ajantu is there, Aditi is there, Hariyamji is there. And this is the cave where we got our locket and other things from RPA and the connection with the Ashirwad from Babaji. This some other photo of the cave. There you can see RPA there. RPA जी पीछे प्रदीप जल रहा है, जहाँ पे हम लोग को लॉकेट मिला एक्चुअली. कि जो है एको के साथ हम लिख रहे हैं RPA को. Another photo, meditation, and Nirupam is praying to the rock, Babaji rock. The photo there in the cave, outside the cave, with Pita, RPA in the cave, and Pinky and Shambhu outside the cave. This is one more photo. This is, you see, this is not of the cave. This photo I have kept particularly for you can see the locket there. Aditi is wearing one locket. See there. So that is the locket we got in the cave. It was actually special blessings from Babaji to us, and it was made by Meenakshi. Before I go ahead, I'll request Meenakshi, can you say a few words about the locket? Yes, Meenakshi.
Pranam Arpita, Pranam everyone. Namaskar to everyone. Pranam Dada.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful story behind the locket. You can see that locket as well. Is this visible to everyone? I'm wearing this locket. So this is the Guru Prasad. We can say Babaji's Prasad. We received in Babaji's cave by Arpida. So the story begins March 27, 2024. Dada text me, Meenakshi, I want to give some, कुछ memorable ऐसा मैं देना चाहता हूँ. तो I have this thing in my mind कि ऐसा कुछ locket जैसा अगर prepare हो सकता है. So I said, okay, I'll ask to the merchant and जैसा भी होता है, let you know. तो दादा ने मुझे बोला कि तुम उसको सिल्वर में बनवाओ. I said, okay. तो मैंने मर्चेंट से कनेक्ट किया एंड देन मर्चेंट सेट कि ठीक है, हम इस पे काम करके देखते हैं. तो वो फोटोग्राफ दादा ने मुझे भेजा था कि ये फोटोग्राफ हमें लॉकेट में डलवाना है. एंड दादा आस्क्ड मी कि उसको बोलो कि एक सैंपल पीस बना के दे. तो मैंने उस मर्चेंट से कनेक्ट किया और ये शायद 28-29 मार्च की बात है. तो मर्चेंट बोलता है एक पीस नहीं बन सकता, एक सैंपल नहीं बन सकता, क्योंकि सिल्वर में बनेगा, पूरा पिक्चर निकलेगा, वो एक प्रोसेस है. तो दादा ने बोला ठीक है, गो अहेड, तुम सारा एक साथ जितना लॉकेट का उन्होंने बोला वो सारा एक साथ बनवाओ. ऐसे रोके. मीनवाइल सिल्वर का जो प्राइस था वो राइज्ड अप हो रहा था. एंड जिस दिन मैंने उसको ऑर्डर देना था उस दिन सिल्वर का प्राइस था 80,000. उसका सिल्वर का प्राइस चला गया था. 6 अप्रैल को मुझे जयपुर से निकलना था फॉर द कैंप और 1 अप्रैल तक हमारे पास कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं थी लॉकेट कैसे प्रिपेयर होगा, कहाँ से प्रिपेयर होगा. फोन पे सारा कम्युनिकेशन चल रहा था और बड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्टेट आ गया था. तो मैंने दादा को मैसेज किया कि मैं खुद जा रही हूँ मर्चेंट के पास में एंड आई टॉक टू द पर्सन कि वो हमको बना के दे रहा है नहीं दे रहा है, व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन. ही सेड ओके गो अहेड, मैं वहां जाती हूँ. ही सेड नो, नॉट पॉसिबल एट ऑल, क्योंकि आपको 5 तारीख को मुझे लॉकेट प्रिपेयर करके देना है. इट इज नॉट बहुत जल्दी, इतनी जल्दी ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. एंड द मोमेंट ही सेड नो, आई सरेंडर टू बाबाजी. मुझे नहीं मालूम है, आपका लॉकेट है, दादा ने मुझे काम दिया, आई एम द मीडिएटर, मुझे अपने काम सौंपा है, मैंने अपना काम मैं ईमानदारी से कर रही हूँ. यू आर गोइंग टू मैनेज एवरीथिंग. आई सरेंडर, कंप्लीटली सरेंडर. मैं खड़ी हुई, जाने लगी, उसने मुझे रोका. मैम रुकिए. मैंने कहा हाँ बोलिए. गिव मी अ डे, मैं एक सैंपल पीस बना के देता हूँ. जो इंसान मना कर चुका था सैंपल नहीं बन सकता, वो बोलता है रुको मुझे एक दिन का टाइम दो, मैं एक पीस आपको बना के देता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं बताऊंगा कि बनेगा या नहीं बनेगा. एंड अगर बनता है तो 4 अप्रैल को मैं आपको इसका ऑर्डर लूंगा. ही सेड 4 अप्रैल को मैं ऑर्डर लूंगा, बना के दूंगा नहीं, और मुझे 5 तारीख को ऑर्डर कंप्लीट चाहिए. आई सेड ओके. उसके बाद में 3 तारीख को मॉर्निंग में उसने मुझे सैंपल भेजा, मैंने दादा को सैंपल भेजा है. इवनिंग में वो मुझे मैसेज करता, मैडम आपके सैंपल नहीं, आपका पूरा ऑर्डर तैयार है. प्राइस जिस पे हमने ऑर्डर प्लेस किया था उसी प्राइस पे दिया गया. और जो जिसने लॉकेट प्रिपेयर कराया, ही वाज द 7th पर्सन इंक्लूडिंग दादा. वहां से ऑर्डर आ रहा है और मेरे थ्रू होते हुए कितने लोगों तक पहुंचा है. जिसने बनाया उससे ना तो मैं मिली, ना मैंने उससे देखा, ना मेरी उससे कोई बातचीत हुई. ही वाज द 7th वन जिसने ऑर्डर को कंप्लीट किया था. और 3rd को लॉकेट मेरे हाथ में थे, सारे जो लॉकेट थे वो मेरे हाथ में थे. सो इट इज मैजिक, इट इज ब्लेसिंग ऑफ बाबा जी. उसके बाद भी पीछे जो उस लॉकेट में देयर इज अ डिजाइन, ये हम लोगों ने प्लान नहीं की थी, ये उसकी खुद की तरफ से थी. सो वी वर शेयरिंग द आफ्टर द केव विजिट. हम लोग जब नीचे आए थे तो आई जस्ट वांट टू शेयर विद यू एवरीवन. तो दादा वाज मतलब वो हमको बता रहे थे बाय सिल्वर, तो उन्होंने हमको सिल्वर का रीजन दिया. तो विद्या वाज सिटिंग देयर एंड शी सेड कि बाबाजी को गोल्ड नहीं चलता. दादा ने हमें बोला बाबाजी को गोल्ड नहीं चाहिए था, ही वांट्स इन सिल्वर. तो विद्या वाज देयर एंड माता जी उसको बोलती है विद्या को, बिकॉज दादा ने बोला कि माता जी को गोल्ड पसंद है, बाबा जी लव सिल्वर। तो माता जी पीछे से आवाज दे के बोलती है, बिकॉज आई एम रॉयल, सो आई लाइक गोल्ड। इफ यू रिमेम्बर निरुपम दा, विद्या को ये मैसेज आया था वहां से। सो यस, मैजिकली ये प्रसाद हम लोगों को सबको वहां पे मिला, और इसका स्टोरी पता नहीं कैसे ये आया है। इट इज एक्चुअली ग्रेस ऑफ बाबा जी, और ये बात मैजिकली हुई है, सच में मैजिकली है। विद योर परमिशन आई वांट टू शेयर वन मोर थिंग, अगर आप मुझे परमिशन दे तो।
हाँ ठीक है, गो अहेड।
कैन आई गो अहेड?
या गो अहेड।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। ये सच है, दिस इज द रियलिटी और ट्रूथ। वहां जाके हम लोग बहुत हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी में थे, हाई जोन में थे। जैसे सबने शेयर किया, तो केव का जो एनर्जी था वो बहुत हाई था, हाई वाइब्रेंट एनर्जी में हम लोग थे। वी वर नॉट इन कॉन्शियसनेस, द रियल कॉन्शियसनेस जो होता है ना, जो अभी हम लोग बैठ के सुन रहे हैं, बातें कर रहे हैं, पता नहीं कौन से उसमें एनर्जी फील्ड में हम लोग एंटर कर गए थे। सो मी एंड गणेश भाई वॉज देयर, और हम लोग जब वहां लास्ट में हम 2-3 लोग थे, इंद्रनील दा वॉज देयर। सो हम लोग नीचे जब उतर रहे थे, सो इन केव, ये मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस था और गणेश भाई ने भी इस चीज को एक्सपीरियंस किया। वहां पे एक बहुत जबरदस्त खुशबू थी, और उस खुशबू को हमने पूरे पाथवे पे एक्सपीरियंस किया था। वो हमारे साथ साथ रही थी एक सर्टेन टाइम तक, एंड देन वो चली गई। फिर हमने आरपी दादा से उसको कंफर्म भी किया था, तो ही सेड यस, इट वाज देयर, इट वाज द ब्लेसिंग एंड प्रेजेंस ऑफ बाबा जी, and not with me and Ganesh bhai. शायद विद्या was also experienced Mataji's fragrance in Mataji's temple. वो खुद अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करेंगी, बट हमने वहां पे बहुत सारी मैजिकल चीजें एक्सपीरियंस की थी। एंड दिस वाज द जो कहा गया था कि जिसका बुलावा आता है वही जाता है। सो दैट वाज द फर्स्ट कैंप ऑफ आर किड्स। कृतिन एंड नैरित ने पहली बार वहां पे स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी के अंदर उन लोगों ने अपना फर्स्ट कदम उठाया था। राम वॉज देयर। सो ये तीनों बच्चों को डायरेक्टली बाबा जी की केव से ही अट्यूनमेंट मिला था, और इनिशिएशन वहीं पे हुआ था। सो दिस इज ट्रू ब्लेसिंग फॉर अस। वन मोर रिक्वेस्ट आई want to do with each and every WAO family member कि हम सब सेशन में आते हैं, हम बहुत सारी चीजें सीखते हैं दादा से, बहुत सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स से देखते हैं, एनर्जी रिसीव करते हैं, बट दिस इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट, अगर आप सच में किसी एनलाइटेंड पर्सन की एनर्जी को एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहते हो तो प्लीज ज्वाइन द कैंप्स। कैंप्स की एनर्जी हाई होती है। आप किसी स्पिरिचुअल बीइंग को अगर एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहते हो, वो ऑनलाइन नहीं हो सकता। एक बार पर्सनली दादा से मिलके देखो, वहां के लोगों से मिलके देखो, वी आर वन फैमिली का फैमिली एनर्जी लेके देखो, देन ओनली यू रियलाइज व्हाट इज द एनर्जी ऑफ कैंप। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Meenakshi. I will continue with the sharing the Babaji's cave photo. They are very significant. So I will continue with that. Next, I will show two videos. Actually, one video. Let me share that. That is at the cave. We took a video there. तो ये जो आप देख रहे हैं उधर अंदर जो हम लोग को लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस था, वही था कि आशीर्वाद कर रहा है आरपीए, फिर लॉकेट दे रहा है एंड थर्ड आई में टच कर रहा है। तो उसी का ये ग्लिम्स इधर दिख रहा है। आई जस्ट शो इट अगेन। ध्यान कर रहा है एक का अंदर ये लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस जो हम बात कर रहे थे, ये इधर ही हुआ था। यहाँ पे आशीर्वाद रॉकेट मिला था हम लोग को, इसका एक ग्लिम्स इधर दिख रहा है। A very memorable event for each of us. गणेश जी को इधर दिख रहा है, गणेश जी got the message आशीर्वाद here. So this is on the video that I want to show. coming to that. Then next is that I'll just have a this is about that cave. We have completed the cave portion. Now next part is that I want to share the message with this. Sorry, that is one. Next portion is our meditation at the Sriti Bhav. That I will show now. Just a moment. This is that ये जो हम बाबा जी केव का जब नीचे थोड़ा सा नीचे जगह है जहाँ पे स्मृति भवन ये बनाया गया है, जहाँ पे हम मेडिटेशन कर रहा है। स्मृति भवन का सिग्निफिकेंस ये है कि स्मृति भवन जो जगह है जहाँ पे जब लाहिरी महाशय उधर बाबा जी से मिले थे, लाहिरी जब लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस जो उनका हुआ था, एनलाइटमेंट प्रोसेस हुआ था, उनका पहले कुछ रिचुअल्स वगैरह हुआ था। वो रिचुअल्स के बाद जो है उनको गोल्डन पैलेस दिखाया गया। दिस इज द प्लेस वेयर लाहिरी महाशय सॉ द गोल्डन पैलेस, तो उसी को सिटी भवन बोला जाता है। इसका सिग्निफिकेंस ये है कि ये जो गोल्डन पैलेस था एक्चुअली वो उनका जो एक अनफुलफिल्ड डिजायर था लाहिरी महाशय का, वो कंप्लीट होगा, उनका जो आखिरी डिजायर कंप्लीट हो गया, फिर वो एनलाइटनमेंट में पाथ में निकल गए। सो दैट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ completion of all the desire and then going to the beyond. So इसी का significance है और हम लोगों के लिए भी बहुत significant है क्योंकि हम लोग को एक मैसेज मिला था बाबा जी का। We'll come to that afterwards. Let me see some more photographs here. हम लोग उधर मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं, आरपी बैठे हैं, हम लोग सब उधर बैठे हैं। So this is that message we received there. I'll just read out the message now. ये जो मैसेज जो था, इसमें जो मैसेज बोलने से पहले मैं एक दो चीज थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ। इसमें दो तीन सिग्निफिकेंट ये है, एक तो लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस था ये हम लोगों के लिए जो केव का अंदर हुआ था। दूसरा है हम उधर से सॉइल कलेक्ट किया था जो एनर्जाइज सॉइल था जहाँ जो उधर लिया था, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग। थर्ड थिंग वी गॉट द लॉकेट जो हम अभी डिस्कस कर रहे थे, उसका सब सिग्निफिकेंस हम लोग बाबा जी मैसेज में मिलेगा। लेट मी गो थ्रू द बाबा जी मैसेज, डिवाइन मैसेज फ्रॉम द महावत बाबा जी जो हम लोग मेडिटेशन करते हुए मुझे मिले थे थ्रू आरपी। I'll just read out the message now. Those who are present here have been chosen by me to undergo the life transformational process inside the cave. I have chosen you for some purpose, and the purpose will be revealed to you as the time comes. All of you can expect major life transformation. The soil you have collected outside the cave and energized by RPA in the cave is equivalent to the mantra Om Triguna Tripura Mahabindam Asti, which RPA had received from me when he had visited the cave in November 2015. Therefore, each one of you should consider this particular visit to the cave as sufficient for the lifetime, because the energized soil has the energy of the cave, and you are all fortunate to be able to take the soil back with you. The soil represents the energy of the cave, and since you are carrying the soil with you back home, multiple trips need not be made to the cave in future. In fact, through the soil, you can connect to me whenever you feel the need to. Hereafter, all of you will get message directly from me. I am always there to protect you. You should never doubt my presence. The locket which you have received is testimony to the fact that I will always reside in your heart, and therefore the locket has been placed close to your heart chakra. If any of you have an iota of doubt in your mind regarding my presence in your heart, you should cease to nurture this doubt moving forward. The process that each of you has undergone inside the cave is life transformational. Yet, Some of you might observe the effects of this process immediately, while the rest would be able to notice the effects of this process a little later. Therefore, you all should be alert and aware and be patient to witness the life transformation as and when it takes shape in your lives. In the years to come, WeAreOne Group is going to expand multifold. More and more seekers will join and will be guided. I bless you and entrust each one of you to spread pure love and pure light among all. Tat Sat. So that was the message, beautiful message from very significant message from life transformation message that we got from Babaji. So just after the message, we are sitting in the cave in the city Bhavan, and there was light drizzle there. And with the drizzle, we got the blessings of the Babaji. We felt the drizzle on the rooftop. We got the sound and felt it. And then just when we come out, the drizzle happened. The drizzle disappeared, and then we nicely come down to the mountain stay without any difficulty. So that was about that message, beautiful message. Now we'll go to the next part. Just a minute. So I'll hand over to Mahua for the next speaker.
Sure. So, Namaste Hariom Ji. So Hariom Ji's spiritual name is Rishi Premananda Chaitanya. So, Hariom Ji grew up in Delhi in a middle class, very loving family who had a religious inclination to Guru Vani and Mata Vaishnav Devi. So he had interest in sports, music, dance, and making new friends. And I can, from a lot of stories I've heard in the different camps, I'm the only one who hasn't met him yet, but I'm looking forward to sometime. So he is, professionally, he has spent around 36 years in defense as an electronic engineer. His spiritual quest started in 1993 when he started questioning things, like a lot of us who shared. He started seeking logic and reason behind the various rituals. Thereafter, in 2022 is when he connected with Mahavatar Babaji. And since then, he's progressed under his guidance. So over to you, Hariom Ji, for your spiritual journey.
Guruji Pranam. And my pranam to everyone present, all the divine souls, the chosen ones, children of Babaji. It's a great honor for me to speak in front of all of you. Spiritual journey, since we were belonging to a religious family, we were molded in such a manner that we were truthful and honest in our approach in life. In year 1999, some event happened, and that time I took a sankalp that from tomorrow onwards I am not going to eat non-veg or drinks. So that's how that sattvic thing happened in life. Slowly things progress, like we are all work in progress. And in 2002, I first came to know about Mahavatar Babaji, and then I started searching. Though in those days, very little information was available on internet regarding Babaji, and whatever was there was also not very authentic. But in 2007, I met Yogi Raj Amar Jyoti ji in Palampur. That was the first, and I received tons of blessings from him during that time, 1.5 years when I was there in army in that area. And he had visited our area with a few of the ex-servicemen, and we had gone till from Rajouri to Punch with him. So that was again a very great spiritual pilgrimage, I will say. There is a place called Buddha Amarnath. We have all heard of Amarnath, but there is a place called Buddha Amarnath in Punch. So we had a chance of going there also. After that, in 2011 was the first time I got a chance to visit Babaji's cave. My friend was supposed to go, but and At the last minute, he told me that I cannot go. Can you go? I said, okay, fine. So that was the first time I went with Anand Sangha, and I had a very great experience climbing up the cave. And those days I was not a keen meditator, so mainly chanting and all those things were there, but it was a very pleasant trip. Then subsequently, God gave me an opportunity to visit Kailash along with Yogi Raj Amar Jyoti ji in 2011. So Babaji was, I can say with great confidence that Babaji's grace was showering on me at that time, and I was able to get connected with great saints and visit his places. So whenever I used to go anywhere in any city, I first used to look for Mahavatar Babaji in Bangalore or wherever I was visiting. So whatever connected with him, I will try and visit that place. So my love for Babaji grew all the years, and in 2012, I was given Kriya Diksha. I had taken Kriya Diksha from YSS, Yogoda Satsang Society. So got into little bit of discipline, but since I was in service, never used to get much time to devote to Kriya and meditation. And then in between from 2013 onwards, I met Guruji Prem Nirmal, Ma Bharti Nirmal, and other people of Om Prem Sangha. And I met Stan Yogi Uma Shankar ji. So after retirement in 2017 onwards, I got some chance to serve my parents also. And that brought a lot of tremendous change in me, because when you serve somebody, though he may be your parent only, one has to be humble, and it brings a lot of selflessness in you, and their blessings invites grace. That is what I can clearly say, because my father then became very alone after my mother left us in 2019. And then I got a message from Anurag, who's again member of Om Prem Sangha, that Guruji is conducting a workshop in Noida. Would you like to attend? So by grace of Babaji, I went and I got Kriya Diksha from Guruji in 2019 December. Just simply I asked Guruji, can you please visit my home in Shalimar Bagh, which is almost diametrically opposite to where we had the workshop, because I wanted my father to be blessed by him. He very kindly consented to visit my home, and he visited our family. All our my sisters, all people were present, and most of them were initiated that day by Guruji. It is sheer his love and affection which overflowed into all of us that evening, and all of us became more inclined towards Babaji and towards Kriya Yoga. It is very heartening to see your family members following the same path and doing so well by the grace of the Master. Then came the Corona period, which was in fact served as a boon for all of us spiritually, because a lot of classes we could attend on meditation, and Guruji started learning sessions, and every week we started meeting. Being an inquisitive person, I had a lot of questions. Still, I have very few, but that time they used to be quantum used to be very high. But Guruji handled all these questions with a lot of patience and gave very logical, authentic, convincing answers. So that monkey mind started becoming still better. So that's how things have improved. And my father was in bed for almost 2 years. And that time I always used to request Guruji for channeling. One thing which Guruji had said, that your Guru should be always available. You should be able to talk to him, send a message to him. And that is what I really appreciate whenever we message at whatever time of day or night, we get a response from him, as if he is with us energetically at all times. So my father got a lot of blessings from Mahavatar Babaji and from channeling, lot of channeling done by Guruji. And all of our family is very highly indebted to Guruji for his blessings. And then the moment we finished with my father's this thing in 2024 January, Seema's sister went critically ill, and she almost had a near-death experience. Seema had to go to USA for 4 months, and that turn back from death was purely and sheer the grace of Babaji and channeling by our Guruji. So all these incidents, they actually strengthen our faith in whatever we are following, because that Shraddha and Saburi, these two things are very, very important, as Guruji always emphasized. And I have seen that these have contributed to a great deal in my spiritual journey. And this year again, her sister was operated, and again she was in a critical situation. But Babaji and Guruji helped, and she is now much in a much better state. We had a chance to do some kind of help, motivational as well as physical. So this was very, very graceful of Babaji to give her a second life where she can look after her family. And she is also progressing. She's also learned meditation and she's progressing on the path of Babaji. So that has been the spiritual journey, and quite a long one, but good one. So, and it is sheerly and purely the grace of masters. Regarding the Mahavatar Babaji's cave experience, it was wonderful experience, as we are one family flows with love and affection whenever we meet. And the movement from Noida to the Dunagiri Parvat, that Ronagar, that was very good. We had a lot of fun in the bus. And after that visit to the cave, we were kept on chanting Jai Mata Di throughout the way. And in front of me, Vidya was going with the Uma. And to see Vidya moving on that path where a lot of ups and downs were there, it was such a treat. And Vaniji was there. He had brought some energy drink from USA. We kept on borrowing that energy drink, and that inspired us to move ahead faster. And in the cave, one I really experienced thoughtless state, which I had not experienced earlier. And wonderful, we were blessed with a locket, and subsequently in the temple of Mataji, there were so many staircases, and which can be very difficult to climb. But by chanting Mataji and all of us in a group, I don't know when we reached on top. And like Rupaji was saying, it was an energy. We didn't even know how we went up. And on top of the temple, we had a meditation. After that, a tree where Babaji used to give sermons, we had hugged that tree and came to know that was a mystical place, full of energy. And that color, specifically, that pink color on the walls. And when we came back, we had a tea session with Guruji singing, and we had a song session also. So it was wonderful. The visit to Mahamrityunjay temple, the small child coming there, sun rays falling at the same time, it was raining, and miracles were just happening. One needed small eye to just see that grace is showering on each and every member of the WeAreOne group. I can only say that all of us are very, very fortunate. Out of these 700 crore people, more than 700 in this world, very few know about Mahavatar Babaji, and very few are part of WeAreOne group. So we are more than fortunate. If there is something which I feel I am need to put in more effort, is Guruji's favorite line, लगन में अगन होनी चाहिए. तो मेरे को अभी वो अगन अभी थोड़ा सा और बढ़ाना है. So that is what I feel, that path is clear and progress needs to be speeded up. But I am very sure with the blessings of Guruji and grace of Babaji, we will reach, because moksha is guaranteed. हमने गुरुजी को नहीं पकड़ा है, गुरुजी ने हमारा हाथ पकड़ा है. हम गुरुजी को छोड़ सकते हैं संसार की माया के चक्करों में आके, लेकिन गुरु ने जब एक बार हमारा हाथ पकड़ लिया है तो हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि वो हमें पार लगा दे. तो thanking everyone, specifically Indradilda. We had a great time during the Ganga Sagar trip also. It's all of them have been very, very inspiring. Shambhu sir, Nirupam ji, and everybody. सब I can very simply say कि हमारे ग्रुप में सब हीरे हैं, सब हीरे हैं. जिनसे हम मिले हैं या नहीं भी मिले हैं, बाबा जी के चुने हुए बच्चे हैं, और ये हीरे सब चमकते हुए ही रहेंगे. ऐसी मेरी भी शुभकामनाएं हैं सबके लिए. और गुरु जी को मेरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सबको जिन्होंने भी ये फंक्शन भी ऑर्गेनाइज किया है. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, Hariam ji. Before I go ahead with that, we are going a little bit ahead of time, but please bear with us. In another 10 minutes, we will close up. So some small things are there. Coming back to Hariam ji, he got his spiritual name at Babaji Skip camp. As I mentioned earlier, his spiritual name is Rishi Premananda Chaitanya. So Premananda Chaitanya name is very appropriate. As we know, Hariam ji is a very jovial person. When he is around, energy goes up with his chanting, with his bhajan. Our energy goes up. So he is such a Premanand person, full of Premanand Chaitanya, that we can always feel is in his presence. So it is very nice. He has talked very nicely. बहुत अच्छे से उन्होंने हम लोगों को इंस्पायर किया है स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट बताया है. Thank you so much, Hariam ji. Going ahead with the time, we'll share my so the photos about our Babaji Aarti and sharing our experience of photos I am having. I'll show those photographs now. This is one of the view from the hotel we stayed, where the program was conducted, the conference hall. So this is the morning exercise, that holistic exercise being conducted by RP. That is some pictures there. Other picture of the holistic exercise. Then this is the evening program we used to have. Satsang we used to have in the conference room. We had a very memorable time in the conference room that was adjacent to the hotel. We did the Aarti there and those puja of the Babaji. So these are the photographs of the satsang. I'll share some more photographs.
Nirupam, I think Pinky wanted to share something.
Yeah, let's here or okay, you go ahead, Pinky.
Pinky.
Okay. Om Mangalam, everyone. It's such a pleasure hearing all the beautiful divine experiences, seeing the pictures. Enjoyed a lot. Just want to share a few things which happened now. I felt like divine blessings were showered upon all of us. When Nirupamda just gave talked about
what Babaji said through RPA during our trip, and Hariomji started. And I was watching this whole event through my phone, and a divine fragrance started emanating. And it was so divine, I can't say it is like beautiful, of different flowers came, and it was coming from the phone, and it continued till half of Hariomji's speech. And again, at the end of the speech, it started coming. So I just wanted to share that. I felt that it is blessing for all of us. Om Mangalam. Thank you.
Thank you for such a sharing, inspiring events. So I'll continue with the photo sharing. Just a moment. So this is the Mahua Babaji Aarti is going on. I'll go a little bit quickly through the photo stations. You can see all of us there doing the Aarti. So as you know, we did three rounds of Pradeep, showing the Pradeep to the Mahua Babaji one by one with the mantra Om Mangalam, Omkar Mangalam. So actually, it's a long list of photographs. So I'm going a little bit quickly. This is the photograph of Mahua Babaji, who we arranged there. This is RPA giving our conducting the program. Then at the end of it, there is another set of photographs. That is the at the end of the program. What we did? We shared our memories, share our experience in the camp. That was very touching. We all shared their very touching memories there. And then that event went quite long. It went up to 1 o'clock. We are so full of energy. You can see people are sharing their experiences. Beautiful experience. That experience is so beautiful. Unless we can say, that is the way we share each other, and we come to know each other's spiritual journey that inspire each one of us, and we know how beautiful to be to remain with the We Are One. Such a grace. So we are all sharing there. It was so nice. Because of shortage of time, because we are behind the schedule, I'm rushing through. But it was very beautiful experience. We all feel so energized. It was amazing to be with the We Are One group and sharing our memories. So that is the end of it. I think we have completed all the photo sharing now, and we have now. Mahua, you want to add something? Then otherwise we'll end it.
So if anyone wants to share anything, this is the time. I know we are running a bit late, but if anyone wants to share anything from your
Just one thing, what Nirupam was saying, the sharing went out till 1 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
That 1 o'clock in the night is important.
Yes.
Because some people who generally never speak, they opened their heart that evening. And it was all blessings of Babaji showering on all the people. That cave experience was something which is mesmerizing, and it raises our रोए खड़े हो जाते हैं when you speak about Babaji and you speak about cave.
Right.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much, Nirupam,
Everyone
for this.
spoke excellently. I think everyone
I
has.
had to share a small thing. I can't find
So,
the
yeah, Supriya.
raise hand button in my. I'm so sorry. I'm not able to look at that, so I just unmuted. I'm sorry. Can I go ahead? Nirupam?
Yes, please.
Yeah, quickly. So there was one incident which I wanted to share. So when we were coming down from from Babaji's cave, so from actually from where we the base, right, from the base, there was this dog. His name was Kali. I'm forgetting exactly. So he accompanied us, right till the top, actually. And honestly, at every point in time, whenever I was looking at him, I felt like he was turning and looking at me. I mean, I'm sure this is my own, imagination, but that is exactly how I felt, and I was emotionally very, very touched. So anyway, on the way back, we were walking, right, and three of us, Pinky, myself, and somebody else, we were Vani or somebody, we were walking. And then there came a point when there was a bifurcation, like, two routes. The hill was there are two routes. So we went ahead. We couldn't see him. And also, anyways, we went ahead thinking that we can see the base. That must be the road. So we just went ahead. Suddenly, he came from nowhere, running. He came running. He went right in front of us. And then he stood there. Rupa was there. And then he went right ahead. And then he turned around. He turned around and he just stood there. Okay, so we realized that he's trying to tell us that, children, you're in the wrong direction. Right? He just stood there. So then quickly Pinky and I said, okay, we are doing the wrong thing. So we turned around. Then what he did, he came running again in front of us, went up, because we had climbed down the hill quite a bit. He went up and then he waited there for us till we climbed up. Then he started walking in. Like he guided us, Babaji guided us through him. It was just something which is just amazing. I cannot explain to you how it felt that, where we go searching for Babaji everywhere, and Babaji is here with us, telling us what to do, how to go. So I wanted to share this beautiful, and he made sure that we joined the rest of the group who were ahead of us. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, RPA, for this wonderful opportunity. Babaji's cave visit, of course, was transformational. Like Indranil said, that it deconstructed the reality for many of us and reconstructed it again. So it was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mahua. Thank you, Nirupam.
So, yes, Mahua.
No, I think that is anyone else.
Okay.
And, otherwise, we can go back to Guruji and
Just one small thing.
yes.
There is only one place probably which I've seen where Sai Baba and Mahavatar Babaji are together. And I had met Ved Babaji during Kailash Yatra. We were on Facebook friends, but I was coming back, traveling from first step to the back to Nirupam, से आ रहा था मैं वापस, and he was coming from the opposite side. So I had met him there, and we had a chance to go to his ashram during this Babaji's cave trip for the last day, and we all prayed there by the grace of Guruji. So Sai Baba, our whole family is also very fond of him, and Mahavatar Babaji, definitely all of us. So seeing them together at one place meant that all the gurus are very happy that their children visited them. Thank you so much.
Actually, we had the picture also there. because of the time shortage, I have not shown you, but let us show it this picture here. This is the place, Pyramid Center where we visited. You can see Siddhi Bhai Baba and Mahabhadra Babaji both there. And this is the place we visited. I have some more photographs there. Just let me share quickly. This is that Pyramid Center. We are coming out of Pyramid Center and meditating inside the Pyramid Center, Pathaji. And this is on some other photos. So that's all. So now I think it is over to RPA to conclude the system.
All right, we'll have Shaanti Path and then conclude our session today. Om Sarvesham Swastirbhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukhavag Bhave Om Shanti Shanti Shanti